off.
Yum.
And then we're going to take the knife and basically just score the outside. And the recipe says cut it in half, and that is true. We want to kind of cut it in half. We're going to peel off the outer layer here, okay?
Make sure you like the video. We're getting to 200 likes today.
There we go.
Let us know where you're watching from, and if you have any comments or questions for Chef Greg or Chef John down below.
Then we're going to take that knife and cut down to the very center of the onion, but not all the way across. And depending on how thick the onion sort of ring is itself, it might or might not break. So what you want to do is kind of peel it out and then like push out the middle. And what we're looking to do, okay, is basically remove the onion like that with only one slit. It'll make sense in a little bit, okay? So the outer ones are good. And when they start to break, we just chop these up for onions. And these are kind of, yeah, we're gonna save that one for a little bit later. We'll do it again.
Georgia, Oklahoma, West Virginia, California, North Dakota, North Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois, and Maryland.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Having a good time. All right, so we're gonna repeat this process just a little bit. And we're not gonna throw these onions away because we're gonna use those in the recipe itself. So cut down about halfway, okay? And then kind of just very carefully, and if they break in half or, you know, you wanna cut it all the way in half, it's still gonna work, don't worry. Okay, like this one broke a little bit. Okay, not a big deal.
Great questions for last week. Sorry I didn't set you up for success, Greg, but I'm going to hit you with this one.
All right.
What would be the largest turkey that we could fit in the patio legend?
Ooh. So if you're going to spatchcock that bird, you can definitely fit like a 24-pounder in there. With the head space on the 410, you're probably looking about 16 pounds whole. But if you go bigger, spatchcocking, we always recommend spatchcocking the turkey anyway. So
great questions. Keep the questions coming, everybody. Again, we hit the ones from last week. If we don't hit them during the show, so make sure you put them in the comment section. That's the only way to win.
That's right.
And we got that B380 winner to announce a little bit later.
And we want you to win.
That's right.
Sure.
All right, so we're going to dice up the inside of this other onion here that was kind of the leftover, and then we'll start to make it. Essentially, we're going to make a meatloaf that we're going to stuff inside the onion that we're going to wrap in bacon.
Okay.
So if you have a favorite meatloaf recipe, you can definitely use that instead. But this one is kind of like an OG classic, quite delicious. We have our ground beef, our onion. Now this is the curveball that I love. It adds a lot of moisture and flavor. Some chopped mushrooms. Okay, and if you're not a mushroom fan, it's just all going to melt together, so just trust me there. We've got some fresh parsley.
Oh, yes.
Some breadcrumb.
What?
Now, in here, there was brown sugar, but it dissolved. But it's going to be Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of sriracha, and some ketchup.
What?
And the recipe will say spicy ketchup, so I just kind of made spicy ketchup myself.
Okay, then.
Okay. Now, you could use your favorite barbecue sauce in here as well. Not a big deal. And then a little Ben's pepper dust. And then we're going to mix this up.
Oklahoma City, North Idaho, Amisville, Virginia, Phoenix City, Alabama, Minnesota, Hoboken, Georgia. What's up? Evans, Georgia, Travelers Rest. Bunch of Evans, Georgia in the YouTube. We appreciate y'all.
I love Evans, Georgia.
Shout out Virginia. Isaac's lacrosse team has a game against a team they're probably going to lose to today in Pennsylvania.
Hey, shout out lacrosse.
Yeah.
Nolan started playing lacrosse, so I went to a couple lacrosse games. That was crazy.
Yeah. Dude, it's almost
it's
as
the
good as
fastest
hockey.
drug sport.
Almost as good as hockey.
Pretty good.
Except they only let them fight in box lacrosse.
No, not.
Yeah.
I don't know about this school, but
no, they're definitely not. All right, so we're gonna take this meatloaf mixture, right? And here's chef tip, right? Cook off a little piece of this. Taste it. Does it have enough salt, pepper, garlic for you? If not, just re-season it.
Do you have to cook it off, Chef Greg?
Well, I mean, I would.
Harry wouldn't.
All right. So
hey, good question. So if you were making meatloaf, Chef Greg, what sauce would you put it on at the end? Are you ketchup? Or are you barbecue sauce? What kind of person are you?
I'm the rodeo steak sauce.
Rodeo steak sauce?
So basically you're gonna take this and basically encapsulate your meatloaf in the onion, okay? That's all you're gonna do. So gigantic meatball, stuff in an onion.
Okay.
Okay, and if like a little like squirts out the top, not a big deal. Just kind of pinch it off a little bit. So kind of squeeze it together, and then if it kind of like looks slightly grotesque, you're almost in the right place. And you're just gonna repeat, right? Not rocket science.
Yep, shout out to everybody that showed up to our We Cook Wednesday fast food edition.
That was great.
Our buddy Gail, she's going to be here for the Academy. She came.
There we
hung
go.
out with us.
She did. Yeah.
All right, so then we're going to take these. Okay, Magic Television. Whoop.
Oh, you got some done, Chef Greg?
No, we're going to wrap these in bacon.
Ooh.
So about 3 pieces of bacon per. What I like to do is kind of just like one of these. Kind of do maybe like a cross or a X.
Okay.
So when it starts to look like a TIE fighter, you're in the right place.
Nice.
Okay? So then you're going to put that down like that, and then basically wrap it in bacon all the way around. And then if you need to, you can secure it with a toothpick. So there should be like a bacon, almost like a bacon baseball.
Wow.
Right.
Wrong sport. Now if you had
Wow.
a bigger onion, you could wrap it up like a basketball.
Hey,
But
question
basically-
about the grill. We're giving away the B380. What is the best area to place food when you're baking on the B380?
I'm gonna say towards the middle is what I think.
Okay.
You know, right underneath that deflection plate where there are no perforations is going to give you the best consistent heat for your baking.
Right there, and it's not going to get bombarded because again, it's kind of blocking it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
great,
Yes, sir.
great answer to that question.
All right, almost done. Last one, then we'll tee it off to John here. But again, we got the I got the 1250 fired up to 400 degrees. We're burning
Yeah.
the apple pellets today. I want a little sweetness to these
Okay.
meat bombs here. And then we're gonna let these go for right about an hour until that bacon is nice and crisp. We're looking for an internal temperature over 155 because we do have ground beef and raw eggs. And then we're gonna brush this with some of that spicy recteq sauce. Let it go for another 5 or 10 minutes. Now, depending on your bacon and how good of a job you did with your TIE Fighter bacon
Right.
weave kind of thing, secure it with a couple toothpicks. It's not gonna hurt anything. But check this out, TaylorMade. Look at those right there. Okay. Now we're using that non-stick mat
Great.
available at recteq.com. I'm gonna let that go for like maybe another 5 minutes or so, and then start to brush them. But you can see we had a couple kind of peel away from us. Not a big deal. We secured it with some toothpicks, and yeah. Super
Guys,
tasty.
before we go any further, though, we're going to need you to smash that share button. We'll give you 3 seconds to do it.
3, 2, 1,
Smash it! Boom! All right. Now,
All right.
let's just do
All
some
right.
armadillo eggs, Jody.
Let's do 'em.
All right. So first things first, everybody, you have to have a smile in your heart and a little happiness that it's Friday to make these armadillo eggs, okay? So when I went just to the store, I couldn't find any ground sausage. The recipe at recteq.com, check it out, calls for ground, but all I could find was the link. So I'm going to show y'all a chef tip, all right? Anytime that you can only find links, all it is ground inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our recteq chef knife, and we're just going to score the outside of it, right?
Okay.
Just like that.
So interesting. We were filming some recipes yesterday, John.
Yes, sir.
And I had to use Italian sausage, and I had the bulk grind in the trays.
Yeah.
I didn't like the texture of it.
Oh.
If it would have been this, we would have had like a much softer, more uniform sort of. We were using chopped sausage for it, but I think using this would have given me a better end result.
For sure.
Very
I
cool.
gotcha.
So
Very
you
cool
just-
perspective.
Yeah, so then you just pull the casing off. All there is a little casing on there. No big deal, right? So now we got our sausage prep. We're going to stick this over to the side. Now you're going to go and get yourself, 4 or 5 large jalapenos,
That's
right?
right.
The bigger the better, Jody.
Thick.
Isn't that the key there?
You need them super thick.
Okay, so the bigger the better on the jalapenos. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice some like 1/2-inch thick. I'll take the little tip off so it sits flat. We're going to slice some little 1/2-inch thick pieces of jalapeno wedge.
And remember, we're giving away an RT B380 at the end of the show.
That's
We're
right.
announcing the winner, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you smash that share button. Mm-hmm. Cheese and crackers. We
Cheese
got
and
some
crackers.
fun stuff coming up.
All right, so now we've got the jalapenos all kind of cored out. We got to get all that white, the little veins in there out, seeds out.
Now, John,
Okay.
is that slice a little
Thick? Yeah, sure enough it
Shoot,
is.
yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cheese cubes. Now, we're using some sharp cheddar, but you guys could use whatever you want. If you would like to use mozzarella, provolone, Swiss, whatever you got, I would just suggest getting it in a block and cutting it yourself, as opposed to getting
Right.
in the little cubes, right? Pre-cut cubes.
Love that.
So we're just going to stuff this in here, right? See how easy that fits in there? Pimento cheese would work too, Chef Greg. That's a good tip.
Adam likes to get the bacon in the tube and just squirt it out the 2 ends. That way he doesn't have to wash his knife. That's what he does.
Is that
That's
what he
pretty cool.
does? Okay, I like it. Well, hey, whatever works for you, Adam. I love it. All right, so then we're going to take about 2 ounces.
That's right.
Of our ground sausage.
Okay.
Right, and we're going to take our little jalapeno and cheese, and we're just going to encapsulate this bad boy, right?
Oh yeah.
Just like that, folding all the edges towards one direction. Boom, boom, boom. See how that is? And then we're just going to roll it like a meatball real quick.
It's
Good
like
question.
a surprise on the inside.
Yeah,
just
good
like
question
that.
from last week, Chef John. Can people show up every Friday for Funday Friday?
Not every Friday, but we are going to have one Friday a month that we are going to invite the public to, right?
Yeah, the fourth Friday of every month, you guys are invited.
That's right.
To come right here to recteq, the worldwide headquarters in Evans, Georgia.
Hit them with the address, Jody.
4301 Evans Flocks Road, Evans, Georgia, 30809. We would love to see you, hang out with you. You can get some free food and learn a thing or two. But again, the fourth Friday of every month, we have a live Funday Friday out here on the deck where you guys can join us.
I would still come by every Friday and just pick up a rub, a sauce.
That's
like,
right.
You know, about 4:30 or so, we're kind of leaving for the day. Come
That's
by for a good chef tip and a photograph. You never know.
All right, so we'll do this one more time. So you just gotta get your sausage.
Work it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta get your sausage, especially because it's kind of cool in the CSRA today.
And Barbara says that she calls those armadillo eggs for sure.
Armadillo eggs. Okay, well here we go, Barbara. I hope you're doing them the same way that I do. All right, so now that we have them at this stage, what we're gonna do is we've got some bacon.
Man, bacon wrapped everything today.
That's it.
It's healthy. Yeah.
Munch madness. I love it.
The key here is using thin bacon, right? Thin bacon, you're going to be able to stretch this. Now, this bacon's a little frozen because it just came out of the freezer. But thin bacon, you'll be able to stretch it a little bit and make it a lot tighter. And it's going to cook a lot faster, too.
Shoot, yeah.
So get on in here, TaylorMade. Let me show you what we're working with. We're going to take the bacon, right? We're just going to fold it over, get it nice and tight. And then I'm going to take my chef's knife. And right when it starts to fold over right there, that's where we're going to cut it, America. Just like that. We're going to take a toothpick.
So you're one wrap.
I like a one good wrap. The thing that I found about, when you start to double wrap bacon and triple wrap bacon, it takes a lot longer for that fat to render down. And the heat's not necessarily getting to that outside edge, so it's hard to get a crisp on it.
Yeah, you do run the risk of like soggy bacon when you got layer upon layer upon layer.
Yeah.
Good question from Jim Turner out there. We appreciate you, Jim. What's the best temp to use the Matador pan on the B380 for making something like a low country bowl or red beans and rice?
Yeah, so Jim, great question there. And again, that RTB 380 bullseye works great with those Matador pans. So those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, basically it's a 22-inch wok style stainless steel pan that goes inside of there. And if you're looking to do things that, simmering and boiling, setting that grill to 500 degrees works perfect. Red beans and rice, you can start higher. Maybe you're going to put your sausage in there, some onions. But I would say once you add your rice and your liquids up to a simmer, you can turn it down to 300 degrees, put the lid on it, and let that rice steep up. You'd be very careful, though, if you at higher temperatures, you don't want to burn the bottom of the rice. So making things like paella and things, having that temperature closer to 300 once you add that rice is good to go. But we've made everything from popcorn to boiled peanuts to soups, stews, gravies, and good stuff, man.
All right, what's the last step, Chef John?
All right, I'm going to hit it with some of that often imitated, never duplicated Ron's Screaming Pig. I love this stuff, right? So we're going to go ahead and give it a little shake, shake, shake right over everything. Now, you see how I put those toothpicks in there? They're going to come in handy in a few minutes. I'm going to show y'all a trick with this for sure. So get nice coverage. And then I'm using the dual fire today. I have it set to 300 or 375 degrees, and we're going to smoke these bad boys out.
Smoke them out. I like it, Chef John.
Now you guys see that I have, I have some in there, and I also have a grill mat already in there, and I have a little barbecue sauce.
Man, you got it working.
We're going to take the sauce out. I heated that up, guys. That's a little secret. It's a hairy secret.
You don't want to sauce anything with cold sauce, ladies and gentlemen. You got to make sure you heat it up.
That's exactly right. And we're going to place them right there on the grill mat, right? Toothpicks down. It's going to help keep it a little sturdy from rolling.
Oh, I like that.
And then we're just going to let them ride out.
All right, I'm breaking barbecue rule number one. I'm not using hot sauce.
Oh, Chef Greg.
I am using a hot sauce because it's the spicy original right here. But we're going to go ahead and brush these. Again, you can see that bacon starting to render out and get crispy. And here's the thing. There's not a right and a wrong way to do anything, right? So we're going to give you tips and tricks to be successful. But ultimately, if you miss a step or make it your own, it's still going to be delicious, okay? And I'm kind of excited. If you modify this recipe, make sure you tag us down below. Send us a message and let us know how you guys made it yours. Because it's always interesting to see how folks recteqify a classic.
That is the truth, Chef Greg.
So,
hey, could you pre-steam? Could you pre-steam or pre-cook the bacon and then wrap it to get the collagen broke down before throwing on the recteq?
Some folks, I've seen that where they par cook it and then wrap it. Honestly, I think when it cooks, it tends to constrict a little bit.
Right, that's
so
my favorite part.
if you pre-cook it, you tend to lose some of that elasticity. What I love to do when I'm making a bacon weave in particular is I'll make that bacon weave on a piece of plastic wrap, put another piece of plastic wrap over the top, and grab a rolling pin and basically roll that bacon super thin and tight. And that's kind of the way I found the easiest to get it nice and tight and well rendered.
Speaking of thin and tight, Taylor, come on in here.
Taylor is thin and tight. I like that.
Let's take a look at these armadillo eggs. So see how they've already started to pop the cheese. You don't want the cheese. That's not a good seal on that. I get a C on that one. It looks delicious, but
a C.
The cheese is coming out of the top. What I like to do is grab it by the toothpick, guys, right? And we're just going to put it in that hot sauce, right? And just roll it around, right? Then we're going to go right back on that grill mat.
So the toothpick is a handle. I love it.
Toothpick is. It's a little lovely handle.
And now is that the preferred sauce right there, Chef John?
Yeah, I'm
that
using that
Secret
Harry
Sweet?
secret sauce.
Would you go in any other different direction?
Well, you could use any of the sauces. I'm just partial to Harry and his secrets and his sauce. But you could use the mustard sauce would be excellent on this. The original recteq spicy sauce would be excellent on this.
Now, what about for pulled pork? What's your go-to for pulled pork?
Go-to sauce?
Yes.
My go-to sauce for pulled pork is going to have to be that original recteq sauce.
John, I'm with you on that one, man.
Absolutely love that with the pulled pork. It works out every time, and everybody loves it.
It's like salad dressing for me.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that David Wright's mustard sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you can't go wrong with that Harry's, man. That
Yeah.
Harry's just reminds me of that KC masterpiece, but better. You know what I'm
But
saying?
better. But more better. All right, Jody, so these got probably 3 minutes. I'm going to let this sauce get tacky, and then we will be ready
Man,
to
those look absolutely amazing,
roll
big. I
that
wish
guy.
the folks could smell that. The smell-o-vision
We need to invent that. We'll be
meter
millionaires.
should come up. Yeah, gazillionaires.
I'm going to pull these out here. Look at that. Again, really delicious. And this
Chef
sauce
Red.
isn't super thick, but it still coats the food. Bacon wrapped.
While he pulls those off, we'll give you 3
Onion
seconds
bomb.
to smash that share button. 3, 2,
1,
1.
smash it!
Because again, we're giving away that B380.
Let's go.
At the end of the show, we're going to announce the winner. Shout out to everybody that watched last week. We
That's
appreciate it. We had a live studio audience last week.
That's right.
For
That's
that
right.
live Funday Friday.
was so much
we had
fun,
2
too.
guys win bullseyes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Our
That's
live
right.
studio audience member, as well as the next person that we're going to announce.
All right, let me go ahead and take these off.
And you're using that stick-resistant cooking mat. I love that.
I
It's
love
one of my
this thing.
go-tos.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Easy to clean.
sir.
Helps pulling things on and off of the grill.
So easy.
Easier.
So easy, right?
Wow. Now, John, yours looks like a smaller versions of Greg's.
Yeah, a little smaller versions of Greg's. That's funny how that worked out. He got the big size and I got the little size today. But these things smell amazing, like
wow.
Jody said.
And it's just that cheese on the inside mixed with barbecue sauce
Yes.
and bacon.
So good.
I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I show up for that.
But I'm not gonna lie, that crunch. Well, it's probably not going to be so much of a crunch right now, Chef Greg. With that onion, you're probably going to get more of a nice, clean bite out of it, right?
I think so. It's like this is like the barbecue trifecta right here.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's really good.
bacon, sausage, and barbecue sauce.
And I promise you guys, you show up to any of the game parties with this stuff, and you're going to be the star of the show,
Yep.
no matter who wins.
All right, let's slice this in half, right, boys?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is our
yeah.
money shot. Everybody, wait just 1 second, Greg. Let Taylor get all up in there. Everybody.
Ready? Good. You
Yeah,
see that
boy.
meatloaf mixture?
Oh, man.
The onion's nice and soft, and that bacon is rendered. And again, where it looks here, that's the onion, right? See how soft that is? I'm gonna peel it up a little bit. That's what I like.
Oh,
Okay?
man.
So basically, we have steamed this meatloaf to perfection, encapsulated
Yes.
in a sweet onion and bacon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor, here we go.
All right, everybody, let's check out this money shot. Oh, yeah. Right through it. Oh, look at that cheese.
Look
Yum.
at that cheese right there, boy.
That's so good.
So good.
You're getting a little bit of crunch there, too,
That's
from that
right.
jalapeno.
That jalapeno.
And again, you cleared out all the seeds, so it's not going to be spicy.
Not gonna be spicy.
Could you
But look how
subst-
juicy that is.
Could you
man.
substitute something for that jalapeno, big guy?
Yeah, you could put a green pepper in there if you want.
Sweet pepper?
if you would like. Onion if you
Well,
would
they
like.
make a jalapeno, right? So down the road, it's a jalapeno, but it has no heat to it. They're called
Cool.
jalapenos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going with those one first?
Yeah, let's try it.
All right.
Yeah.
Down the hatch.
All right.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Happy Funday Friday. We got Academy Week next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Delicious.
love that.
Smoky, sweet,
And again,
cheesy, jalapeno-y.
give us a rundown. What pellets did you use? Ultimate Blend?
Cherry today, Jody.
Cherry today. You guys use cherry today. Give it
That's
a little
right.
bit of
A
sweetness.
little sweetness to it today.
All right, this one here, again, meatloaf, bacon, onion.
Okay. Cheers.
I'm going to dip mine in that Harry's. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, yeah.
A whole hop.
And that's savory.
It's really good.
What's
Smoky.
interesting is like yours was
The onion
spicy in the
juice?
middle.
Yeah.
And mine was spicy on the outside.
The onion juice too.
Yeah. A little crunch to the onion. Hasn't
Oh,
cooked
man.
the onion all the way soft
So
yet.
good.
Really great. Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent.
I think next time we take the meatloaf, stuff it with the cheese and jalapeno, and we kind of like marry these two together.
I love it.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've waited long enough. We've got a winner to announce.
All right. let's
Now,
do
again,
it.
last week, we spun that little recteq.
Yes, sir.
We were live for Funday Friday Live. We had a live studio audience, and it landed, coincidentally, of that B380.
Sure enough did.
Fortunately and unfortunately for us.
That's right.
Because we had to give away two.
We had to give away two.
But we're going to give away one right now. This person asked a really good question. And I usually hit on this, but
Okay.
I will let you guys answer this question.
All right.
When should this person plan on doing an annual cleaning to remove the ash and the buildup from the previous year? Any tips for a good spring
That's a
cleaning?
great question. Great question. Chef Greg hit it.
Yeah, so just once a year, right? So you can do it on your birthday, you can do it the first day of spring, it's really up to you. But for me, I just grab a paper plate, I scoop out whatever ash is in the bottom of the barrel. I don't get it all, but again, keep in mind every 4 to 5 cooks, empty out your fire pot, just throw it in the bottom of the barrel.
Yep.
Every 4 to 5 bags of pellets, let that hopper run dry. And again, just cook, eat, be merry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very beneficial to leave that ash down there. So good questions. Keep them coming. But the winner of last week's RT B380 is from YouTube. Shout out our YouTube people. We love y'all. Keith Parker 4403. Shout out Keith Parker. Keith, we will be DMing you and contacting you, sir. If you want to contact us, you can go ahead and try. But we were going to try to get in touch with you before you get in touch with us. Congratulations. Thank you for asking great questions. Keep
right.
the questions coming, everybody. Let us know where you're watching from, because that's the only way we know.
Yeah.
Okay?
And make sure you
Sure.
tag us in your first cooks. I'd love to see what your family's eating and
For
you know
sure.
maybe incorporate the family in the cooking process too. It's always fun.
For sure. And if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, 706-922-0890. We got a bank of people right upstairs waiting to answer your calls.
Yeah, don't forget about our other location, guys, in Lehigh, Utah. Okay, you guys can go and check out the showroom and hang out with our Lehigh, Utah employees. We love them. We thank them so much. Again, Greg, you said there's a couple of academies still
Yeah,
open.
so we've got 4 academy dates out there this year. There's still some availability, so check out the website for that. And if you stop into the Lehigh location, give John a shout out. If you have any brisket tips in the area, John can help you out, or he will give you the tips. John cooks a mean brisket
Yeah,
out
he
there.
does. Yeah, he does.
Good dude for sure.
But again, we appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you're watching Funday Friday, because we're giving something away all the time.
That's right.
That's why you want to watch. Besides for the great information and seeing
True.
us act like a fool.
True.
But again, make sure you watch, make sure you share this video, like this video, and follow all of us on social media. From everybody here at the recteq Worldwide headquarters, God bless you.
God bless the United States.
And we'll see you
At the recteq.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Get some
Jalapenos
sauce.
Yes.
inside of the meatloaf
Yeah.
mixture with cheese.